Yes, I know what you might be thinking. Why would Barcelona sell Lamine Yamal, the teenage phenomenon, to PSG for 200 million and replace Kylian Mbappe, who will be going to Real Madrid? How does that make sense? Well, let me break it down for you before you go and put your little hate comments, all right? Now, Yamin or Lamine Yamal, right? He is getting the same attention that Ansu Fati once was getting. My man was even given the number 10. He was labeled as the next Messi. And where is Ansu Fati now? Warming up Brighton's bench on loan. His stock was all the way up. He was getting the similar amount of money placed on him. 100 million was said, the price that Barcelona valued Ansu Fati at one point, right? When he was scoring goals in the Champions League, right? When he was supposed to take over Lionel Messi's mantle. And then he became an injury-prone lad who ends up on Brighton's bench. Now you have a similar player right here in Lamine Yamal, who is phenomenal, I won't lie. But the same thing was said about Ansu Fati at one point. And the thing is, right now Barcelona is in a financial crisis, if you're in denial or not. That is the plain and simple thing. And if PSG came to Barcelona and I'm the one making that decision, 200 million, I take it and run away, because there is not a guarantee this lad will survive, the next 5 years, because Ansu Fati was supposed to be here at Barcelona doing what Yamal is doing, right? And right now he is nowhere to be found. This man is in England warming up Brighton's bench. Now, I would sell him for 200 million. And I would sell Lewandowski as well. His days are over. He is finished. We saw in El Clasico, this man is donezo. He doesn't offer anything to the pitch that Joao Felix can't do. And to be fair, if I'm Xavi, I'm not playing Lewandowski anymore. I'm putting Joao Felix instead to see if he can, provide more. Because Lewandowski goes in there and he isn't fast. He gets, his reflexes aren't there as much. He was getting pickpocketed left, right, and center by Rudiger. It was over for him. The second I saw Erling Haaland get pocketed by Rudiger, I was like, this man Lewandowski is not about to do nothing but be a ghost. Now, I would sell those two lads. And I would pick up Joao Felix on a permanent. I'd negotiate with Atletico. I feel like you could get him for 60 million, which is, half of what Atletico paid for him to get him from Benfica, right? And I would buy this lad, Mason Greenwood, valued at 15 million. I believe it for 30 million. You could easily get him. Obviously, his stats aren't all that, but let's keep in mind he hadn't played football for a year, and I understand there's a lot of controversy around him. But if Getafe brought him, right, I believe that Barcelona could do the same thing. And the thing is, Barcelona is at a point where they aren't going to be buying players who have proved themselves, who are having a breakout year like they did when they bought Griezmann or Dembele or, Coutinho. It's time to get a player that was good, fell off a bit, still young, and that you could develop back into a player he once was or even better. And I believe Mason Greenwood is the perfect fit for that kind of player that Barcelona should be looking for. You're going to be replacing Yamal with another young lad, and if you could develop Yamal into what he is right now, I believe you could do the same with Greenwood. And let's say Greenwood is bought by Barcelona. All this happens, what I said, and you have a front three of Rafinha, Joao Felix, and Mason Greenwood, right? That's your front three. And let's say Greenwood here scores, let's say 18 goals, 6 assists in La Liga, right? His stock from 15 million will go to 45, 50 million. And then you're going to hear Premier League teams calling for him. And you could get around the English tax, 60, 70 million for him. And that is just business right there. And I understand you might be saying, well, Barcelona doesn't typically move like that. Well, the thing is, you're at a point where you should be moving like that. Mason Greenwood could be a phenomenal investment. And Yamal has already, paid off, in my opinion, if you get 200 million off him. And the thing is, Yamal could end up being injury prone just like Ansu Fati. And it seems like it's a reoccurring thing with Barcelona lads who are being labeled as the next best thing, that are going to be the next Messi for them. And I just believe at the moment, Rafinha, in my opinion, what he did against PSG, he deserves to stay at Barcelona. They should not sell him, all right? He was phenomenal. He scored 3 goals, and he was not at fault at all for being eliminated. Lewandowski, on the other hand, this lad had opportunities where he's over. Lewandowski's old news. Send him to Saudi Arabia. Get ready to learn Arabian, Lewandowski, because right now this lad is Lightning McQueen against Storm, right? Where he's saying, where he is being left behind by all the racers. That is Lewandowski, and it's time to go, lad. If I'm Barcelona, whatever offer comes from Saudi Arabia, I accept. And when it comes to Yamal, he should be sold too. 200 million is a lot of money. You could you could really fix a lot of financial things, and Mason Greenwood, I believe, can do what Yamal has been doing this season as well. And right here with the lineup, I do want to say something. I remember when I said Pedri should be sold. Pedri or Gavi, at least one of those. Look at the lineup they're doing with the healthy Pedri. Christensen's playing. See, this is what I'm saying right here. The only reason Pedri came on was because Frankie de Jong got injured, right? But this right here just explains the whole midfielding problem. Because you have Pedri and Gavi, who are two very fragile players, but they have a very high market value. I get them out of here, man. I sell at least one of them for a lot of money before they become the next Ansu Fati. Yamal is another player. You know, those three. I sell two out of the three with Yamal, Pedri, and Gavi because you can get a lot of money from a team like Man City who likes their playing style, who has, their playing style. I feel like Man City's became the new Barca, because Barca has fallen off a bit, and Man City has Pep Guardiola, the guy who was very successful in Barcelona, and this, he's literally Barca made, from played for Barca manager. He knows Barca throughout, and he's taken that philosophy and implemented it into Man City, and that's why they've been very successful in the Premier League. And obviously a blank check that he gets to buy whatever player he wants as well. But that's for another time. So right here, you could really make over 100 million after finding replacements for Lewandowski and Yamal, and possibly even outperform them. Mason Greenwood, if you could develop him, we saw him what he's done at Man United. He could definitely do bits, for Barcelona, and you could buy him low and sell him high later on, and then bring in a different winger, and then striker Lewandowski. I have no idea why this lad is playing over Joao Felix. I don't know what Lewandowski's done to Xavi. I don't know if he has some dirt on Xavi. I don't know what's going on there, but Lewandowski should not be starting. I'm sorry. This lad is finished. He doesn't offer no threat in the box. He's not a goal-scoring machine anymore. He can't run. He's getting pickpocketed. It's over for him. Joao Felix should be starting. I have no idea why not. I never understood why not. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and make sure to leave a comment down below what you think about Yamal being sold to PSG. I personally would do it for 200 million. I don't know what more money you would want to be able to sell Yamal. I understand he has a ton of potential, but Ansu Fati did at one point as well, and now this lad is being loaned out and being benched at Brighton.